to get them good benefits, man. Because you lack faith, man. And there's brothers that's been looking for jobs for years, ain't got no job, but guess what? All their bills are paid for. They got pocket money. Why? Because of faith. Why? Because of brotherhood, man. Which you guys speak that you love one another, we show love in our works, man.
1 John 3:18, my little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth.
And that's plain. Go ahead.
2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 6. But this I say, he which soweth sparingly shall reap sparingly, and he which soweth bountifully shall reap bountifully. Every man according as he purposed in his heart, so let him give, not grudgingly, nor of necessity, for God loveth a cheerful giver. And the Most High is able to make all grace abound towards you, that ye always, having all sufficiency in all things, may abound in every good work.
I got a scripture. Yeah, because you're always talking about the law, Nate. So there's a law called the law of faith. Now, this is the book of Romans 3 and 27 and 28. It says, where is boasting then? It is excluded. By what law? Of works? Nay, but by the law of faith. So that's another law that's out there that, like Elder Tahar said earlier, what do you guys think? Like the guy from Chicago, we call him Chub Rock. You think there's only one law? There's a group of laws called the law of faith, just believing, all right? It says, nay, but by the law of faith. Therefore, we conclude that a man is justified by faith without the deeds of the law. So that's a cold cut to all you guys that harp on the law of Moses. The scriptures say that a man is justified by faith without the deeds of the law.
Yeah, that's how Abraham was blessed, you know. The scriptures say that Abraham believed the Most High and it was counted unto him for righteousness. You know, because like when he was about to sacrifice Isaac, the scriptures say that he knew that the same way that the Most High took his son out, he would be able to bring him back to life, you know, in so many words. So he had that faith. That's why it was counted to him for righteousness.
Yeah, if I may say that too, yeah, there's the account of the two blind men that were blind. And Yahushua, they simply believed that Yahushua could heal them. And Yahushua even said to them, you believe I can do this? And they said, yea, Lord. And then Yahushua said, well, because you believe that I can do it, be it unto you. And those two men, they weren't keeping the law because they were sinners. So all that law crap you guys are talking about, man, it's just that crap, man. And none of you guys can keep the law, right? None of you guys can keep the law. It is written.
But they're lying all the time, man.
Yeah.
And if they were keeping the law, the Most High would open your eyes to the truth of the scriptures.
That's right.
You always getting cut, Nate.
That's
and
right.
I got a scripture. Go ahead.
Yeah, the law says this. If you break one law, you're guilty of breaking all of the laws. So you guys that's jumping on the law, you remember that, man. If you break one law, you're guilty of breaking all the laws.
Hey, well, you know what? That means Nate is guilty of breaking all the laws because I know he don't got the commandments written on his doorposts pursuant to, Deuteronomy 6th chapter. He ain't got the scriptures on his doorpost, man. Yeah, in other words, you can't even keep the Passover because you got to have a farm first of all, and you got to raise a lamb up, a male lamb of 1 year with no blemish. So you ain't got no. So how in the hell you keeping it? Well, I'm not knocking about the law, or what the Lord said in Matthew 23. You do as they say, not as they do. We keeping the law to the best. That's why we say the best of our ability, man. Because you can't keep the law perfect in this society, man. But let me read this, 1 Peter, the 4th chapter, and the 8th verse, right quick, and then.
This is 1 Peter 4 and 8. And above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves, for charity shall cover the multitude of sins.
Right, so charity shall cover the multitude of sins. What is sin? Transgression of the law, you know?
Yeah. Go ahead. If I may say, the thing we're getting on, Nate, is the hypocrisy of what you're doing.
That's right.
All right, the hypocrisy, talking about and what you teach in your members, the Lord. That's all hypocrisy, all right? Because none of you jokers can keep the law perfectly. All right, that's the bottom line.
And since and like Elder Gabar said, you basically y'all a bunch of hypocrites, man. And you talking about, you know, the brother, we ain't brotherly. Y'all don't know nothing about us, man. You don't know anything about that brother. Got that money in record time, man. I mean, he got that money in record time. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. I started verse 9 and I'm gonna jump down. It says, okay. But as touching brotherly love, you need not that I write unto you, for ye yourselves are taught of the Most High to love one another. And then down in verse 12 it says, that ye may walk honestly toward them that are without, and that you may have lack of nothing. So you ain't honest, Nate. The whole thing about the Cornelius thing, you ain't gonna come out and apologize to these men in here. You ain't gonna acknowledge that we done broke down the I mean, the scripture does say not to bother you about the Sabbath and all that, but we done broke it down crystal clear. So at this point, you are basically being willful against it. Yeah. You know?
Well, the main thing goes down to pride, man. Yeah. Right? And that's why the Most High is rejecting you. He said the Most High resisted the proud. Right. And James. That's what it all boils down to, man. All right? And seeing this ain't nothing new. We always, from as long as I've known these brothers, we always did for each other, man. We gave brothers cars and whatever. We always, you know, if I had a house, these brothers had a house. If they had a house, I had a house. You know, and that's just naturally. We do that.
Oh, let me give you an example. Now, the brother, the brother of the head of Boston, Adama, he given a car to Gabar. He's just giving the car up. What is a Honda? A Honda Accord. And when you told me, I said, well, look, brother, you got to give me that car. I'm going to give you one of my cars because Honda's a good. And he thought I was serious. He said, well, I said, no. I said, that's your car, man. Hey, but that's called brotherly love, man. The car, right, the car that they got now. So they figure, well, there's two of them. They need two cars because this brother just got a job, which, by the way, the Most High used me to hook him up with that job, you know? So we show brotherly love among each other, man. Hey, when I ran into this brother, Deacon ASAP, then when I saw him, I was happy to see him, man. He kind of had that standoffish look, but then he kind of cracked. He was trying to hold a smile, but he kind of started smiling, and I hugged him and saluted him and all that, man. And we talked for about a good 25 minutes. And one of the younger brothers came down, and it was funny as hell because he came off the train, and he looking at me, looking at this brother, looking at me. Then he went to go. He went to go get the phone, man. I said, I thought they gonna call backup, man. I'm gonna have to fight now. And then he put the phone down. And he looked, and he just walked away. And I said, where you going, brother? I said, come on back here, man. I said, show me some love, man. And so them guys don't know what to make of us, man.
Can I say this real quick, Elder Tar? But that's why the scripture. That's why the scripture I read said, as touching brotherly love, you have no need that. Because we ain't got to go around telling you. We ain't got to go around telling you everything that we do for each other. The biggest charity. Yeah, like that's stupid, man.
Tell you that in the scriptures.
The biggest charity that you can show is pushing his word, man. That's the biggest charity you can show. What you not doing, man?
You know what? I'm going to go a step further. Hey, this is what you don't understand, man. I don't know about them brothers in GMS from Chicago. I don't know them brothers down there in Virginia when they rolled up on them cats, whether they was doing it in love. But I know for a fact that Amashah Bayala, when he rolled up on Shakir, that was out of love. And I'm assuming that them other brothers rolled up on them cats in love, man. We're trying to actually wake you guys up, man.
Yeah, because we're trying to get out of here.
We're trying to get out of here. Yeah. But hold up, we're going to get out of here anyway. Whether they make it or not, we're going to get out of here anyway, man. Because our job is the matter of fact, go to Ezekiel 3. And start from the top. And let's try to read this quick. All right, go ahead.
Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 1. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel.
Now, eat this roll is talking about the whole Bible. meaning to digest it, man. Why you think we got so many videos, man? Why you think we constantly breaking down things and throwing out these little tests and so forth, man? Why we when the brother from Texas come out, when the GMS from Texas come out, we always have quizzes among each other, man. We always trying to keep each other sharp, and I'm pretty sure they do that to themselves, man. Because it's all about being masters in this book, man. Perfecting this book. All right?
Gun. Verse 2. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said